You've been lied to. Not once, not twice, but at least 21 times. You might not even realize it, but the media's portrayal of Africa has shaped your entire perception of this massive, incredibly diverse continent. Today, we're exposing 21 of the biggest lies the media has told you about Africa. We're talking misconceptions that might have shaped your views, influenced your conversations, and even affected where you choose to travel. Stay with me because at the end of this video, I'm going to reveal a truth about Africa that even seasoned travelers don't know. A truth the media will never highlight. Hint: it has to do with the last place you'd expect to find Africa's rising stars. So, buckle up. By the time you finish watching this, you'll never look at Africa the same way again. Lie number 1 to number 5. Let's dive right into the first lie, shall we? You've probably heard that Africa is one big country. Well, that's a classic one, isn't it? The reality? Africa is made up of 54 countries, each with its own government, culture, and languages. We're talking about over 1,500 different languages spoken across the continent. Can you even imagine trying to understand the cultural diversity in a place like that by lumping it all into one country? Next time you hear someone saying that, you might want to correct them. Gently, of course. And how about this one? Africa is a land of poverty and war. Let me ask you this. Did you know Nigeria's film industry, Nollywood, is the second largest in the world, right after Bollywood? Or that Kenya's tech scene is now being called Silicon Savannah? When you hear about poverty, they're leaving out the fact that Africa is home to some of the world's fastest-growing economies with a rapidly expanding middle class. Now, that's a future no one seems to talk about. Have you ever heard about Africa's booming tech industry before this? Drop a comment and let me know what you thought Africa was like before hearing these facts. Lie number 6 to the 10. Lie number 6 might sound familiar. Africans live in huts and wilderness. This is one the media loves to play up, especially in charity ads. But the reality? Cities like Kigali and Rwanda are some of the cleanest, most developed urban areas you'll ever visit. Rwanda was actually one of the first countries to ban plastic bags, ahead of the curve on environmental policies. And speaking of urbanization, Accra in Ghana, Nairobi in Kenya, and Luanda in Angola are all examples of rapidly modernizing cities. You didn't see that coming, did you? It's not all safari landscapes. Though, let's be honest, Africa's natural beauty is unmatched. While we're on the subject, the lie that Africa is unsafe for tourists is another media exaggeration. Sure, some places, like any other part of the world, might have travel advisories. But places like Botswana, Namibia, and Morocco are some of the safest and most sought-after travel destinations in the world. In fact, Cape Town ranks as one of the most visited cities globally. If you're thinking about your next travel adventure, which African destination would you add to your bucket list? Leave your answer in the comments. Lie number 11 to this 15. Let's talk about something that stings. The media loves to paint Africans as helpless. But did you know that African scientists helped develop one of the COVID-19 vaccines? And Africa is home to some of the most brilliant minds in tech, fashion, and medicine. Take Dr. Kizmika Corbett, an African-American immunologist who was instrumental in developing the Moderna vaccine. The narrative of helplessness simply isn't true. The truth is, Africa is bursting with talent, innovation, and resilience. And the media? They're not showing you that side. Lie number 16 to number 21. Now let's shift gears and talk about Africa's rich history. Because here's another lie. Africa has no history before colonialism. This couldn't be further from the truth. From the great libraries of Timbuktu to the ancient pyramids of Egypt, Africa has a history that stretches back thousands of years. Ever heard of the Kingdom of Kush? How about Great Zimbabwe? These were powerful civilizations long before European contact. Africa's history is as rich and varied as Europe's, but it's often ignored in mainstream narratives. And finally, the one truth the media will never highlight. Africa is the future. The continent is young, full of potential, and rapidly changing. From innovative tech hubs to art and culture, leading global trends, Africa is not what the media has told you it is. Visit Africa and see for yourself. How do you feel after hearing these 21 lies? Surprised? Maybe even a little bit angry? Don't worry, you're not alone. But now that you know the truth, it's up to you to reshape the narrative. Africa is more than what you've been shown. It's innovation, culture, strength, and an undeniable future leader on the global stage. If you've learned something new today, hit that like button, share this video, and let's spread the truth about Africa. And before you go, tell me, what's the most surprising fact you heard today? I'll be down in the comments to chat. And remember, I promised you something special. In the next video, we'll explore Africa's real luxury travel scene. No huts, no safari cliches, just pure, authentic luxury. You won't believe what you're missing. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it.